2024, I want to be the year that we get out of the debt. Hello lovely, and welcome back to my channel. My name is Tiffany. If you are new here, I am a 30-something living in Florida, sharing lifestyle content, productivity content, and now monthly reset content. This is going to be the beginning of my new series. We are going to do monthly resets, and I think I might do like mid-month check-ins as well. So this all started because I want to try to make 2024 the best year ever, and I have some planning methods, planning routines that I'm going to be using to try to do so. And today we are going to be resetting for the month of February and reflecting on the month of January. So grab a tea, grab a coffee, let's get into it. Okay, so let's jump into my goals and reflections. Okay, so jumping right into my goals, this is my annual dashboard. For my annual dashboard, I know I'm gonna have some goals in the months that are going to be repeated. And so I put those in my annual goals as well. So for example, like develop a morning routine, I have that in my January because it's something that I want to try to work towards on a monthly basis until I can achieve it. So first three here that I have on my personal goals, I have not met them yet because I'm still in the process of developing them. So read a nonfiction book. I did do that. Use my paper planner, which I purchased. I am so happy to announce I have been using. This is the month of January. As you can see, I used the last 2 weeks, and for the month of February, I have it already planned out. This is my content planner, so I don't think I'll be going through this on my monthly resets just because this is just for my content, but I am gonna be sharing, like I said, my goals and my finances on my monthly resets. I can mark that as complete. Use digital planner for life organization. I mean, this is kind of a vague one, and I don't even remember setting this goal, to be honest with you. The digital planner that I use is for finances. I didn't use a digital like life planner, so I guess this isn't complete, so I won't mark it as completed. And then go grocery shopping every 2 weeks. We do that. So my wellness goal, step for at least 30 minutes 4 times a week. I have not hit this goal yet, but I am on my way to hitting it. No phone after 10 p.m. I am very proud to say that I have actually been very good about this. I put my phone on a timer for like my sleep routine, and so it locks all of my apps at 10 o'clock and I can't get on it. So there might be like just a few nights where I like give an exception of like 15 minutes just so I can like check something really quick, but for the most part, when 10 p.m. hits, I am off of my phone, which is right into the next goal, which is to read before bed. I have read every single night before bed, and I'm currently reading King of Wrath, and so far I'm loving it. Wear a retainer every night. If you don't know, I had Invisalign, and I have a retainer that I'm supposed to be wearing every night, and I've been better about this, but I can tell you it hasn't been every night. Stand up at 2 p.m. every day. January is the craziest month for reinsurance, which is what industry I'm in, and I have not been able to do that just because we have been non-stop. But I have been better at standing at 2, but I definitely know I can't mark that one as complete. Drinks 2 Stanley cups a day. This one I can check off because I do drink quite a bit of water. There is like a little scandal happening with Stanley right now, apparently, with them having lead in their cup. So I've been using my Awala bottle, which is only a 24-ounce bottle instead of a 30-ounce, but I still am marking it off as drink whenever I might drink my bottle. Into the financial goals. Track expenses weekly in Sheets. I've been doing it, and I love my sheets that I downloaded. I cannot wait to get into the budget. I think that's what I'm most excited about. Set up budget for each month. I did set up my January budget, so I'm gonna go ahead and mark it as complete because it was done before January. Stick to the budget. I cannot mark this one off. We're gonna go over the January reflection, and I'm gonna show you exactly why we didn't do that, but I can't mark that one as complete. Don't overspend. I think I need to be more specific when I say this goal, don't overspend, because don't overspend is a little too generic for me, a little too open. So maybe in February we need to define that a little bit better, because that one's still a a tad bit too general for me. I'm gonna leave that as not achieved because I did completely redo my desk setup in the month of January, so I'll put that towards overspending. Outline a budget in iPad and sheet planner monthly. And I did do that. I outlined them in both. Don't eat out this month. I don't know. We'll check the budget and we'll see if I did this or not. And don't spend over $50 shopping. I definitely can tell you I did not achieve that one. Input all January accounts. I am so close to being done to this one. As I'm recording this, it's Sunday, so I can't work, but I am going to be completing this one as of tomorrow, which will be the close of our crazy month. So that one is going to be done. I'm gonna mark it as complete. And then enroll in an online courses for reinsurance. I didn't do that this month because again, January is our craziest month of the year. So I'm gonna leave that one there, but I didn't do it because we've just been crazy. And then last is my spiritual goals. Attend at least 3 prayer sessions for the 7-day fast. Unfortunately, I didn't do that. Make time in the morning routine for prayer. I did do this. I pray every morning, and it's not whenever I'm first waking up. It's actually right before I drop Tristan off for school. We say a prayer together, and I love that little moment. Sometimes it's a little crazy. Sometimes it's a little fast of a prayer, but nonetheless, we make time every morning to say a prayer before we go to school or before I drop him off for school. And then thank God for something every day. I have been doing this as well with my little daily sheet. I think I showed you this. These are what I am thanking God for. So every morning it has a prompt that says, what are you grateful for? And the first one I put was God in my life. And these I'm literally saying, what am I grateful for? And I'm thanking God for everything that I put. So like the second one is flexible work. Thank you, Jesus, for giving me a job that I can be flexible in my work. I'm grateful for getting into a routine. Thank you, Lord, that I have this desire to form a routine and better habits for my life. So every day that I put a, what am I grateful for? I literally say it as a thank you to God, because without him, I wouldn't have it. So I am definitely making progress on that one and I love it. So if we go down here, we can see the goals achieved versus set. And I mean, it's not as good as I would like it, obviously, but I think that this is a really good way to kind of reflect. 48%, that's almost half. I am pretty good with that. So that makes me feel a little bit better. Let's go into February and start this whole thing over again. So for February, I think I want to develop a morning routine, develop a night routine, and develop a cleaning schedule. I guess I actually have done this now that I'm thinking about it. So on my phone, I have morning routine and night routine. So when I go into my morning routine, it is to wake up at 6:30, take Tristan to school at 7:30, make my breakfast at 8:10. That's about the time I get back home. Read, relax, and journal or edit at 8:30, and then sign into work at 9. And then at nighttime, 9 p.m., take a shower, 9:30, brush teeth and get skincare, 10 o'clock, get into bed, 10:30, read and journal, and then 11 p.m. is to sleep. So I did technically develop my routines. So I guess I do need to mark those 2 off for morning and night. I think for February, instead of saying develop a morning routine, I want to say stick with morning routine. And then instead of develop a night routine, because I have developed it, I just need to or stay on track or, oh, I know. Follow my night routine. There we go. And then I will make it follow my morning routine. Boom. I'm still developing a cleaning schedule. That's something that I really want to do so that I know like what areas of the house I want to target on which days, so I'm not overwhelmed by everything whenever I do decide to clean. Those are good. Okay, another personal goal for me for February. Let's look at my annual goals. I don't know. I think go grocery shopping every 2 weeks needs to pull over. I think that's all for personal goals for right now. Oh no, I know what I want for February. Go on date night with Manny. Oh my gosh, with Manny. There we go. I think I'm gonna leave it like that for now. If something comes to me, I will just update it. But let's get into financial goals because this is where I'm really excited. So set up a budget for each month I'm gonna be doing that. And then what was it here? Track expenses weekly in sheets. Oh, I want to pull this over for February because I definitely still want to do that in February. And I want to set up my budget, which we're gonna do today. Let's see, what else do I want to pull over? I want to stick to the budget in February. Like for real, I want to stick to the budget. I think this is a good budget to pull over since I didn't achieve these. I feel like these need to just go. And then don't overspend. Okay, so let's define this one a little bit more. I skipped right over wellness because I just have my 3 that I have. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna say instead of for physical wellness, this is gonna be for my mental health wellness. I am going to make therapy appointment. So this is just make a therapy appointment for the month. As long as I meet with her at least like once a month right now, I think I'll be okay. Another wellness goal that I just thought of, it could be go to new fertility specialist appointment. If you're following along my TTC journey, I do have a new fertility specialist that I'm gonna be seeing. So I wanna put this in my wellness. The appointment's already set, but this is just something for me to make sure. Another personal goal that I just thought of is to complete all paperwork for new fertility. That is a good one. And that's kind of like a to-do list, but these are also like goals. Are they goals? Are they to-dos? I feel like they're a little bit of maybe both. Maybe I should move this. Instead of it being a goal, I should put it as a to-do. Whoops. Okay, I'll take it off the goal since that's more of a to-do. And then I'll take this one off of here too and put it as a to-do. Back to financials. Sorry, I bounced around a little bit because my brain just thinks that way. I feel like my brain is like the internet. Everything is connected to everything else. So I bounced around just a little bit. Track expenses weekly in sheets. This is something that I'm going to have, I think on a monthly basis, just repeating because this is something that is very important to the budget. I do want to set up budget, stick to the budget, don't overspend, or don't spend over $50 shopping. This one is going to be, I think, a difficult one, but I think it's something that I need to keep on my budget or on my goals until I complete them. Okay, so that'll be good. And then career goals for the month of February. February is usually when we do our annual review. So I can't like make a goal to like get 5s because obviously I have no control over what my company scores me, but I'm gonna make sure all January 1 accounts are correct. I have what's called treaty reviews, which is where I review somebody else's work in the system. And they're due by the 10th. So that is definitely a major goal. I don't know, February is gonna be a month of maybe growth. Maybe February is whenever I can look for enrollment in reinsurance. I'm just gonna do those 3 for career goals right now. And then spiritual, I want to keep these 2 on my monthly rolling goals. Every month I want to make time in my morning routine. I'm not even gonna say morning routine. I'm just gonna say morning. Make time in morning for prayer and thank God for something every day. I think those are really good. Oh, and then we have small groups coming up. So I'm going to say for the month of February, attend, should I say all or most? Attend most small group meetings. I'm just gonna say attend small group meetings. Okay, attend small group meetings. I'm gonna leave it a little bit vague because I have 2 small groups that I'm planning to join. So we'll do that. And then I think for spiritual, maybe that's where I'm gonna leave it. I know a goal of mine is to read the Bible, like read the entire Bible. I'll put that as an annual goal, but also maybe read a passage in Bible. That way, if I incorporate it to a monthly goal, maybe I can, by setting it, I have like, you know, that extra push to do it. Because it's something that I want to do, but if I don't put it on a monthly like figuring out how to do it monthly, it's obviously not gonna get done. So that's gonna be it for goals and goal setting. I am very proud of myself that I got 56%. Oh yeah, because I developed a morning and a night routine. So we got over half of the January goals done. I feel very, very good about that. Very confident, feeling good going into February. If I think of any more, I will put them on here, and maybe during my mid-month check-in, we can kind of go over them if I've added any, just to stay on track. But so far, I'm loving the way the goals are looking. So let's jump into my budget for January. So January spending was a little bit more than I was anticipating. We definitely got hit with some things that I wasn't, like I said, anticipating. For example, like for health and medical, $228 actually was spent and I budgeted nothing. So I think this method of not budgeting anything because I just don't want to spend anything does not work. I think I need to realistically put something, or I'm gonna end up spending a bunch, which I don't want to do. I have this set up. All of these expenses are set up and they are tracked through my transactions. I download every single transaction that I do through my bank, and I import them over here to this running sheet so that I can see exactly where my money's going. This is so vital for my budget. I can't even begin to tell you how amazing it has been to be able to see exactly where my money's going and why. So for the month of February, I want to try to actually budget for these expenditures and not just put like, oh, I'm not gonna spend anything in these, because I am going to eventually end up spending in that. Like, this is when we went to Disney. So Disney is fun money. Dining out. Did we eat out? We did eat out, yeah, because this was dining out, obviously. Shopping, I ended up spending $212 in shopping. There was $9.31 of like other, which is why other is like the face. Like, what does this mean? I have to research exactly where that came from. Medical, we ended up spending $228. Groceries, we have a separate account that I use for all groceries, and it is literally just a grocery account. So any groceries that come out of this account are technically an overage because there shouldn't be anything coming out of here. Same thing with the pets. If something comes out of here for the pets, it's an overage because that is supposed to include, like, dogs need anything, it's supposed to come out of that as like a household budget, but if it comes out of this one, it is considered over budget. Personal care, $37. This was a haircut for Tristan. I've got kid on here. This is anything to do with his miscellaneous expenditures. We ended up spending $121. I think this was because he was eating lunch at the school, which is like $7 to $8 each day. And then also I had to re-enroll him for the next school year for the private school that he goes to. So obviously not his fault. It's just tracking what is being spent where, and that was being spent on him. The car is $82.38. This is like oil changes, new tires, things like that. Toll roads, obviously, toll roads. And then we have a gas budget. Gas I didn't track because I'm gonna start tracking it in a different way. So before, I have set everything up and now I've kind of gotten a clarity on how I need to manage my money. I was using gas on my credit cards and then just paying my credit card at the end of the month, like the minimum. But what I'm gonna start doing is using a credit card and then immediately putting that money back on it whenever I use it for gas so that it's not sitting there until the end of the month. So anytime I get gas, I'm gonna do that, and it's gonna show like that pool. I have a few items that I bought from Amazon that I have on a monthly payment process, our monthly payment program. These are the budgets that I've put for all of that for each month, and these are the amounts that we've actually spent. So I am budgeting for those. So we did kind of go, we did definitely go over budget because I'm not budgeting anything, but I don't think this is the way to do it. I definitely think we need to create a budget and incorporate these expenditures in it. Otherwise, I'm just gonna keep spending and not realize, because I feel like I think to myself like, oh, well, it's zero and zero is kind of unrealistic. But if I have an actual number there, then I can be like, oh man, I'm only like $7 over. Why did I do that? So we'll set that up. All of the bills obviously came through. We're at the tail end of the month, and so I am anticipating one more check to come out that we're gonna build for the tail end of January and then also for February. So let's go ahead and set February's budget up. What I need to do is like look at how much money we're actually spending and then see what's left over. So for that, I use my iPad, and my iPad has the one that I use in my GoodNotes, this planner here. I love my sheets because it is all calculated for me. But when it comes to like working the numbers or running the numbers or trying to figure out like where can I move the money around, because sometimes, let's be honest, that has to happen. I work a 9-to-5 job, my husband works 9-to-5, and like I said, we have Tristan, who's in a private school. We have a scholarship, but we still pay a little bit on it. And sometimes you just have to work your money around. We are very much the average American, if you will, and I hate it, but we do live a paycheck to paycheck lifestyle, and that's why I feel like this budget is gonna be so vital in getting us out of that kind of cycle. I don't know how much we're going to be sharing. Let me just be completely transparent. I don't know how much we're going to be sharing as far as income wise, but I do want to show you what we're planning on doing to try to get us out of where we're at. For example, we have, he and I, $49,000 of debt, and that is just in our credit cards and our car payment alone. That doesn't include the student loans. It's very little that I have for student loans that I have, and our mortgage. 2024, I want to be the year that we get out of the debt. Like, I want to just hard hammer the debt like nobody's business. So that's going to be a goal for, actually, let's put that on the goal list. That's going to be a goal for our year, is to get out of credit card debt. I'm going to work the numbers on my iPad really quick to see exactly how much money we have left over. That way I know how much money we have to put in these different categories. All right, so we've got about $450 still left over. So I'm going to try to figure out where I can move some money. I think I want to just budget $50 kind of like as a general. It is my goal to not spend over $50 for shopping, so I'm gonna just put $50 in shopping. Health and medical, I feel like I can't really put a budget on, especially with trying to conceive. This is something that's going to be covered under insurance, but it is still something that I might have to pay out of pocket for like prescriptions, things like that. And then also I do have a teenage boy. Well, he's going to be 13 in March. And just like last month, I ended up having to take him to an emergency doctor because he thought he broke his finger. He didn't, thank God. Playing basketball, he did not break it, but we did still have to go to an emergency doctor. So of course, there's that. So I'm not gonna put anything for medical. I'm just gonna see if anything comes from it. But I am trying to operate on a $0 budget or a zero balance budget, which means that I literally categorize every single cent that comes through my account. And right now I still have about $300. So let's see. Maybe we'll put another 50 in savings to make it 150 each month. And then, oh, I do need to budget probably $50. I'll budget $100 for gas a month because Manny and I both use gas now. I really don't drive very far. Oh wait, not under car. That's gonna be under gas. I don't drive very far. I only drive to and from to pick up Tristan and to drop him off for school. So I don't really drive too much. Manny drives every day to school, or to school. Manny drives every day to work. So household, I keep in the grocery budget, which is in a different account. So I don't want to put a grocery budget. Tristan usually ends up eating lunch there at least once a week. Maybe I'll do like a $20 budget for him for school lunches. Personal care is really only if I want to get like my hair done or my nails done or anything like that, which I don't think I'm gonna be doing this month. So I'll leave that as a zero. The pets, I'll leave as zero. All right, I'll leave all that as zero. And that leaves me with about $130 kind of like of working money. I don't want anything over like 150, I would say, to be unbudgeted, because I find that if it's not budgeted, I'm going to find a way to spend it. So now I have February completely set up. I've got all of my bills in, all of my membership subscriptions. I've got my savings that I want to do and my debt that I'm going to be paying down. So yeah, I feel pretty good about February's budget now. I feel like it's in place and it is in a good spot. Sounds like my son's friends just got here, so I think this is where I'm gonna end this video. I hope that you enjoyed this monthly reset. Let me know if this is something that you would be interested in watching on a monthly basis, because I definitely am interested in making it. This is something that I love doing, and obviously something that I'm gonna be doing anyway to try to keep myself on track. I will leave this spreadsheet linked down below if you're interested in using it. It is an affiliate link. I signed up with them. I just love this spread so much. I would love for you to take a look at it too. If you're interested, like I said, it will be linked down below. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. I love you so much, and I hope to see you again in the next one. Bye.